Okay, guys, welcome back to Jay's Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much, much more. Boy, oh boy, we got some big news and big info for you guys today. We're going to dive on in, we're going to get with it, but you're going to want to stick with it and listen to this, all right? Let's go ahead. We're going to talk about the overall crypto markets and the prices, and we're going to swing by and we're going to show you some real crazy information and the charting information, and then I'm going to show you some on-chain data that gets me real excited that hasn't really happened before, and the use cases that are happening now in the market. So you're going to want to stick by, hit those subs, subscribe, hit that bell so you can get all these videos and notifications for much, much more. We're going to be pushing and telling you these targets as the bull market rises. We've been sitting back and waiting and rocking out, and then we're going to also tell you a bunch of different ways to generate yourself some passive income streams, learn how to trade, push, and much, much more. So this is for you. Mad love and respect to all you guys that are out there. We can go ahead and hop into the chat so we can grab our links and show you guys that we're rocking. Okay. We're going to swing on by our Telegram spots. Swing on by our projects that we are working at, managing, and much, much more. Shout outs to the community. All right. Make sure to join the Telegram page too, because we're going to be pushing and doing live streams, screen share, and trading in there. And we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff, all the way from charting to book mapping, and scalping, making money, and growing your profit, passive income streams, and much, much more. Hit that bell, hit the likes. Show that love, mad love and respect, and swing on by our Twitter page too. We are rocking and pushing, and you can see what we are looking at here. So as you know, when Bitcoin pushes and pumps, you got all of the moon boys coming out of the woodworks and pushing it. So we're going to go ahead and rock into it. Let's talk about the overall on coin market cap. Overall cryptocurrency market cap at $1.224 trillion, $25 billion in volume on a Sunday, 47.3% dominance for Bitcoin, Ethereum at 19%, gas is high right now, 57 GUE. All right, number one, Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin coming in at $29,636, 24 hours, pushing 1.1%, 7 days, 8% to the upside. Ethereum coming in at $1,918, 24 hour, 0.5%, 7 day, up 3.2%. Okay, Bitcoin's market cap is at $573 billion, so it's pushing towards those marks, and we're going to look at the overall cryptocurrency market caps. $12 billion in volume, Ethereum at $230 billion market cap, 5.1 billion in volume, so a little bit heavier volume on Ethereum on the chain today. USDT, $81 billion market cap. So they've been slowly inching up. All right. But you know how we rock with those stable coins. Make sure you split them up between the top stable coins, so that way all your bread is not in one basket. Look, $16.7 billion in volume on USDT. So as you can see, 5-6, look at that, 17 billion between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's about what the volume is for USDT overall. So you already know where the cash flow inflow is going, and as you see on our Twitter, we're rocking. BNB, number 4 spot, $323, up 0.1% in 24 hours, but in 7 day, it actually shows that it pulled back 1.4%. We're going to show you that chart and show you why. $50 billion market cap, $480 million in volume, so light volume on a Sunday, not like BTC pushing on that weekly close, and we're going to take a look at that. USDC coin, $30 billion market cap, $2.9 billion in volume today, so that's something that you're going to be able to look and watch and see how these coins battle it out, all right? So from what I see as a stable coin, they don't want one big daddy having the overall market capitalization, so you're going to see these coins and these stable coins laddering up, and the market cap's growing as the overall cryptocurrency market cap grows, and new stable coins being minted and put out there on the market, okay, holding on the sidelines, and people DCAing and buying the dip. So follow along, hit that bell, subscribe, and rock out through these videos. All right, comments, suggestions, and much more rocking and pushing in the chat. XRP at that number 6 spot, okay, even on the 24-hour and on the 7-day, up 4%, $24.8 billion market cap, $475 million in volume. Number 7, 40 cents, Cardano, 0.1 in 24 hours, 7-day, up 5.4%, $14.1 billion market cap, 161 million in volume, light on a Sunday. Dogecoin, for your meme coin lovers out there and rocking. I actually seen a lot of suggestions and comments and tags for Dogecoin, so we're going to give you what you guys like, and we'll do a Doge video for you all. All right, so you can see Doge sitting at 8 cents, okay, we'll say 0.3% in 24-hour and 2.4% in the 7-day. $11.3 billion market cap, $265 million in volume. Polygon Matic, we've been watching this as it's been growing its market capitalization. Number 9 spot at $1.01. Okay, 24-hour down 0.7 and 7-day 0.5. $9.3 billion market cap, $340 million in volume. Solana sitting at number 10 spot at $23.73. 24-hour upside 1.5, and in 7-day 9.9%. $9.3 billion market cap and $321 million in volume. Those are your top 10s. And for everybody that asked for Shiba, we'll take a look at that. And then your other stablecoin, BUSD, okay, $6.1 billion market cap and $1.7 billion in volume. Let's go ahead and look at BNB real quick. So that's 482 million volume for BNB. And then that's what I look at for Binance BUSD. So yeah, there's volume. So it looks like Binance and people are utilizing the BUSD on the Binance. All right. Shiba Inu sitting right here. Okay. On 24 hours, 0.3 and 7 days, 0.4. $6 billion market cap and $70 million in volume. So it's kind of sitting on that sideline. And another one we're going to be watching and, you know, rooting for is Avalanche, because Avalanche sitting right now at $17.67. And in the 7-day, it's up 4.6%. And it has $5.7 billion in volume. So we're going to be taking a look and watching the volume and the movements on that blockchain. All right, so Litecoin and Dogecoin on you miners out there that are rocking multi-coin mining systems. So look, LTC, $90, all right, up 5.5% to the upside in 7 days, $6.6 billion market cap. And a lot of that volume, too, comes from Robinhood and etc. All right, top trending. I've been seeing ARB out there a lot. So you can see ARB up trending to the upside, 2%. Look at that, number 1, Pancake Swap. And that's because people are utilizing their farming and passive income streams. So hit those comments, hit that bell for all the notifications so you can follow along and learn much more. All right, you want to see the charts, so let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. Let's start off with what's happening right now. As you can see, I'm using an indicator called Trader's Reality. This gives me all of my information that I need for those days, okay, so that way you can see what's happening on the upside. All right, so let's go ahead and swing right back over here. Push towards the upside. Okay, just checking it. All right, so yeah, we're live. All right. Pull that back down over there, and let me hit that. And just swinging back over here. Hit that. Yep, mad love. Just getting that in order here. All right, so yeah, the links are working right. Okay, yep, just had to stop and see that what's going on. On-chain data, we'll talk about that in a second. All right, let's go ahead and look at the chart. So this is on the 1 hour time frame. You know I like to start with that and look at the short term, but in the 1 hour time frame, you can see our pivot zones were straight shooting up, okay? So we were trading sideways after the close of the day, the trading day on Friday in New York session. We've been trading sideways accumulation, and now you can see that it is on a Sunday, and we're coming into the weekly close and, you know, starting the week off. So you can see that on this 1 hour time frame, the 50 is above the 200, which is definitely bullish, and we actually wicked above the M5 pivot zone, which is right here at $29,765. Okay, and the M4 pivot zone is right over here at these resistance levels. So we are flipping that and turning that into support, and you can actually see at that 29,550, which is definitely a number that we would be seeing happening in the market. Let's go ahead and move down into shorter term, into the 30-minute. So yes, it definitely had a vector candle happening right now. All right, so it's retracing a bit on that vector candle. This is on the 30-minute time frame, which is about to push a new candle very, very soon right now. So we want to see, are we going to continue to the downside, or was this the check and push towards the upside for more Bitcoin moves? We will see that very, very soon. And this is on the half-hour time frame. 5 EMA turns to the upside. RSI, okay, right here on the shorter time frames, 30-minute, okay, going into the overbought areas, and we are turning back in, so we're going to be watching that. Let's actually go ahead and see what's happening right now on immediate short term on a short little 5-minute time frame. Okay, so RSI pulled back in, and Bitcoin had its vector candles, retraced its vector candle on that 5. This is for the short-term hustlers and traders. The 5 EMA is turned back down, so we actually want to see what's going to happen. Are we going to come back and tap that on the shorter time frames? So we'll definitely be able to rock that, and we'll share and show and trade and grow with you guys. But let's go ahead and go back into more longer term for Bitcoin. What does this mean? 4-hour time frame, okay? As you can see, at that daily open and after the close on the trading day, so we're coming into this weekly close, and you can see we're hitting those resistance areas, which is right there like I was showing you, okay, 29,765. So if we get above that and close above that, the next area I'd be paying attention to is that 30.5K level for next resistance on the time frames here. So you can definitely see what's happening, and this is on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. 50 EMA is above the 200. We came back down towards the 200, and we're pulling towards the upside. All right, so after recovering those wicks and hitting those points, we're definitely going to be able to pay attention and watch, so that way we can see what's happening in the market with you guys much more. Let's go ahead and swing into the overall daily so we can see what's happening here. All right, so Bitcoin on the daily, as you can see, we've been waiting for this 50 to cross over the 200, the 800, the 50. So the 50 is crossing over the 800 EMA. Okay, so we tapped actually, and didn't really close too much below that 800, so it acted as a support level. Now we're pulling towards the upside, and overall last week high at that 30.5K, so heavy resistance at that area, so expect a slight rejection on that area, but if we do pull above that, we have those next levels in mind. Okay, so you can see shooting star 5 flipping back over, turning towards the upside. RSI, okay, we had a crossover, and we're actually going towards the upside, but we're actually at a really nice level for some movements in the Bitcoin. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at one more thing, and then we're going to look at longer time frame. All right, so EMA. All right, so yeah, pulled above that EMA ribbon, came back into it. Okay, so this is actually bullish, because when we came back into it, we wicked out below that, and I was actually watching, are we going to wick out and close below that and come back down? And we didn't. We actually closed the next day above that, above the 800, and that gave me the institution that thinking that, okay, the market's going to move towards the upside. Let's watch on-chain data. All right? So that was something that I was thinking of overall long term. Okay, let me go ahead and zoom out and down. So you can see the 200 when we swang to the downside after pulling down, and we were far away from these movements in RSIs. Okay, so you can see that when we were below the 50 and we pulled above it and we tested those areas, we continue to hop and skip and jump over that, and we're crossing these moving averages. So that's my first bullish indicator, seeing that 50 cross over the 800. Next is going to be watching this 200 and seeing if this 200 is going to pull back above that 800 and bring in some momentum into the market. Okay, that 30.5K level is definitely a resistance level, and next heavy resistance level is going to be at that 32.5K area. All right, but if we do continue to close, okay, we can always expect those retraces and back to these moving averages in the 50 EMAs. but there's a heavy area right here sitting at that 45K level, okay, and especially with liquidity set and market orders. So that is something that we're going to be watching, so we can have a nice bullish run towards the upside. All right, now if we get rejected, okay, I want to see this 50 EMA continue to cross over, but if we retest it, that's fine. We are still in bullish territory as of now. We're not below those moving averages and tapping it on a more longer term perspective, as per se speaking. Okay, you could always swing by. Mad love and respect to the Telegram pages. We are chilling and chilling all over the place, rocking out with you guys. Mad shout outs, mad love and respect. All you guys at Floki Box, Watt, Inu, T-Watch, everything. Everybody's rocking. You can swing by our Telegram page and drop any information, tweets, and we're going to be utilizing more videos and live streams over here inside Telegram. All right. Okay. So we talked about Bitcoin. Let me swing by the other cryptos, and then let's go talk about on-chain data. All right, because that is something that we are watching most of all. All right. So Ethereum, and this is on the daily time frame, okay, and as you can see, all right, Ethereum moving average 50 crossed back above that 800, so we are in that bullish territory. We did retest the moving averages pretty much right at the crossover, and we actually saw nice support and movement towards the upside. Last week high sitting right there, that 21 point, yeah, $2,130 level, $150 level. Okay, we retraced those vector candles, and then we bounced off that and kept that as support moving towards the upside. So that's what we do want to see. The 5 is crossing back over, and we are seeing some upside momentum movement. All right, so we can actually see that profit taken, and I just love the way she moves. As you can see, once we pulled above that 200, we tested that. Okay, we almost fell below it, but we didn't close, and ever since then we've been pulling towards the upside. So it's actually pretty good that Ethereum pulled back towards that 50, because that was something we were waiting on and expecting, and we're crossed over the 800. We do want to see that swoop towards the upside. RSI, as you can see, is crossing back over on a daily, so that's another signal for me to say, okay, let's see how the market is moving. All right, now show you volume. Volume actually was increasing. Okay, yeah, it actually, yeah. Okay, so volume was actually increasing during these times, and when we were above those moving averages. So people are definitely laddering in and DCAing and pulling in more cryptocurrency. And then you can see as Bitcoin came down to these levels, okay, the trading kind of sideways accumulation zones, and you can see because volume was very heavy for a consistent while, people really buying in heavy into Bitcoin when it pulled back to that 19K level. All right, so we were actually seeing the volume and the on-chain data, and now we're seeing it pick up again. So people want to get in before the next mega implosion that we can see happening in the market. Let's go ahead back to ETH real quick. Let me just take a look. Everybody loves their ribbons. Yeah, so we did. We retested into those ribbons. You know, same expectation like Bitcoin, you know, happened. And now we're towards the upside. So we want to see actually trading back like this on a consistent move towards the upside. Higher lows and pushing. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about BNB real quick. So BNB, $327 on the daily. Let me turn the ribbons off. All right, so we can see 50 is actually above the 200, okay, and we keep testing that 50 area. So we did retest that 50 again, and we are seeing bullish momentum in the markets. Last week high for the swing high, okay, 350. So expect resistance at that area, okay, and then that 200 moving averages is at that 306, so 305 ranges. All right, if we do end up seeing a pullback towards the downside. BNB. Let's go to Bitcoin, okay, and then let's go to the weekly, and we will see here. All right, so weekly close, you can see these candles, it was closing a little bit lower. So if we do end up closing this weekly above that 30K before it comes in at the end of the day, that will be really interesting to see, because on the weekly we tapped off and we actually are moving up on the RSIs. All right, this is just the way the on-chain is, and you can see the 50 coming in and swooping, almost tapping and touching it, but we definitely had big moves, inflows into Bitcoin. So I was concerned about the week that we had a lot of flow into Bitcoin, but that's, like I said, people were grabbing Bitcoin when we came down to these levels heavy, as you could see in the volume. Okay, so what does that mean? People were loading up, laddering in, and now they see more opportunities when we're touching these different points and different targets. So you just got to pay attention to how the market is moving. All right. So on the weekly close, you can see it's above the 50. It tapped the 50, but on Ethereum, okay, at that that $2,125 level. Let me just see the weekly close on BNB. All right, so it's starting to close. We actually want BNB to close above that 50 on the weekly when we do close tonight in the sessions, and depending where you are and the times of days. Okay. As you can see, let's go ahead and go back to the daily, and let's go ahead and swing into Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance towards the upside, like I was saying, more volume, more people buying into Bitcoin at these different points, and it actually shows that people are buying into Bitcoin, especially at these levels right now. So they are actually utilizing it. Volume was pulling towards the upside, so that was movement towards the upside with conviction. Okay, USDT, all right. Mega wallets laddering in and pushing themselves into the upside here on, yep, that's USDT dominance, okay? And you can see people on the sidelines laddering into Bitcoin and Ethereum and the other big dogs in the market here, but you can see as the dominance was, and swing high, swing low traders. Okay, dollar index, all right, is at 101. Okay, and ever since this came down, there's been some strengths in the crypto markets, especially with all the news with the banks folding and all the stuff happening in the US and then the UK regulations. So you can see when they're striking their points during the week to grab those better prices before those pushes towards the upside. Okay, a lot of different things happening in the market. All right, numbers that are coming in, manufacturing data. What else? Balance of trade. Okay, so there's a lot of numbers coming in this week. Okay, and it is the beginning of May. All right, and everybody's expectations are set high. Okay, for you. Okay, yeah, you want to see XRP. Okay, so that's at 48 cents right there. We're closing above that 50 on the daily. So it definitely was bullish that we did retest those areas, because this is what I was watching for depending on where the market was moving. Last week high actually at that 53-54 cent level. Okay, it's going to be resistance, but we are going to see resistance and a slight rejection at that 52. Dogecoin at your 8 cents level. Look at that. Can I say sideways accumulation with a bunch of swing high, swing low wicks and opportunities to get in low, sell a bit higher on your longer term trading? So definitely you look for these opportunities, okay? And you just learn as you go and you'll grow. Don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe to the channel for much more information, news, and all kinds of stuff. Drop comments, rock out, and chill. We actually, we sold my Cardano. We just look at Matic real quick. All right, so yeah, Matic. After we were towards the upside, we were talking about it in our videos about what was going to happen, and we were expecting that retrace to back to the 800 and the 200s above the 800, which is bullish. So we're in between those gaps. So I want to see what happens when we come up to that $1.05 level. Expect a rejection, but if we can get above that and close those levels, that is going to be something that we're going to be watching. Now, Shiba, what happened to you, Shiba guys? Look at this cash flow to the downside. Actually, so I would be expecting a little bit more move to the downside, and then seeing some probably whale wallets buy in, but this is just everybody's buying the rumor, sell the news, and people are waiting for their market information to come out. So that's why you see Shiba Inu pushing like that. Now, cake. All right, people are taking their profits from their farming and pools, all right, and they're buying into Bitcoin, BNB. Okay, so that's why we had that cake. So for all you passive income earners right there, good time to swoop in and grab some cake and stake it in your pools for your passive income learning and trading right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the overall market. The VIX is actually towards the downside, so that's bullish for the market overall. All right, US 10-year, okay, to the sideways. All right, so let's go ahead. Gold, all right. So some countries have been actually buying into gold and holding and actually filling up their reserves, and China's been doing that pretty heavy. So gold is sitting at this level right here, right below that 2K level. So if we do actually see gold go above that 2K level, I would expect actually some heavy selling real quick for people to take profits. Okay, back to that $1,950 level for the price of gold. So that would definitely be something we want to watch. Okay, so on-chain data, all right? Number of days which Bitcoin's been profitable, all right? Days profitable, 80% of the time, non-profitable days. So it shows you the days that Bitcoin's been profitable. And just imagine, like, if you did DCA and ladder yourself in over these time periods, all right? Just say from 2013 to 2023. This is a 10-year time period, okay? And you can see how we are laddering in. All right, so ever since, the 2018 tops over there at that 15K level, and then we had those 65, damn near $65,000 levels happening in 2021, and that's when we had pull and massive accumulation. All right, now let me go ahead and see and show you. Look at this, okay? Average per block. All of a sudden, data has exploded. There's massive amounts of transactions coming in on Bitcoin, okay? And you can see that transactions were the upside, medium, confirmation time. Confirmation time even went up higher for all the mempool orders sitting in there. And you can see, look at that heavy accumulation right there. People buying into Bitcoin. Mining, you can see that the hash rate continues to climb, okay? The Bitcoin mining network, okay, proof of work has been growing exponentially, okay? You can see overall in the past 3 years of the different pools and mining pools, so they are definitely growing, okay? Now, confirmed transactions per day. Look at this, okay? So now, massively, just in the past couple days, a bunch of transactions have been coming onto the blockchain, and there actually has been market moves happening for Bitcoin, okay? So we can go ahead and see. All right, so you can see these lines when we pulled around these lines. Now look at this. Just to explain this to you, all right? So we pulled below this blue line and we were in the purple, all right? So percent increase in monthly moving averages. So since we were below that and now we're sitting at this level, this is triggering all the people that are accumulating whale wallets and miners to hold on to their Bitcoin and not flow it out into the markets, because Bitcoin, if you look at the raw data, okay, you can see that it is definitely set for an upside. Now look at this. You see like the straight line? You see that kink in the line and then it turned towards the upside? Massive amounts of transactions just flowing onto the market. Market capitalization, let's go ahead and see. Total circulating Bitcoin, and then exchange trade volume. Okay, profitable days. We talked about the profitable days. All right. And then block sizes. So just over these times from, when we actually pulled towards the upside, all right, accumulation has been happening heavy when Bitcoin actually went down towards these levels. So you could definitely see accumulation distribution times. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something to watch out. And that's some heavy actual accumulation that's been happening over the past couple months when Bitcoin was pulling into the bearish market. All right. So these wallets have been accumulating, adding Bitcoin, okay, monthly. Okay. So about 1,500 Bitcoin across those wallets added every single monthly. Okay, so just think about that, pulling Bitcoin, and we have the halving coming in 2024. All right, so addresses used, okay, and then confirm payments per day. That definitely towards the upside. Transaction rate. Now check this out, transaction per second rate. Massive amounts of transactions hitting the network. Definitely heavy stats for Bitcoin. And then we can swing back over here. You can see Bitcoin on the move towards the upside. Bitcoin Cash, and then these transactions. You'll see a lot of smaller transactions. Okay, utilizing the blockchain to be able to leave messages, important information, and much more stored on the blockchain in the blockchain data forever, which is definitely bullish. So there's a lot of testing and information going on that back end, which is actually very cool to watch. And you can see what's happening on the inflow and outflow in these markets. Okay, so all right, let me just see, hit chart, price, block size, okay, transaction bytes, And then just real quick, you can see the Bitcoin price and the movements towards the upside. All right. And a bunch of different news out there, which is definitely bullish as far as payment systems, information systems, okay, the mining, and the way that the governments and agencies are looking at this. And you can definitely see what has been happening from that. So let me actually go ahead and take a look real quick. So after China shut down their mining, right, all right, and U.S. ended up having a big inflow of miners, okay, and you can actually see that on the data in overall crypto. So there's been massive accumulation happening, and now you can see whale wallets and institutional investors are adding every single month, and regular market standards, you know, people in smaller wallets are actually increasing at a rapid rate, and the transactions. Don't forget to swing by and follow us on Twitter. Mad love for that. Okay, hit that bell, hit those notifications, rock out, because we are chilling with you guys as always. We talked about the overall cryptocurrency market conditions and much, much more. Okay, guys, you've been chilling with Jay Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much, much more. Until the next time, guys. To the